Hello, how are you? You're doing fine? Fantastic. I'm speaking in English. I know you're very excited because I'm speaking in English because you wanna level up your English. I know. And you will get your opportunity in this video. So I did an Airbnb tour of my last Airbnb in Los Arcos in Guadalajara. I'm still in Guadalajara. Now I'm in Zapopan Centro. I told some people this and they asked me why Zapopan Centro. I don't know. I heard that Zapopan Centro was nice and I just assumed that Zapopan was pure Fresalandia, as I guess Mexicans would say, full of fresas, full of spoiled rich kids. But no, Zapopan Centro is not full of spoiled rich kids. There's actually normal Mexicans here. But anyways, I'm going to give you a tour of this apartment in Zapopan Centro. Should we get started? All right, let's get started. So right now I'm in the kitchen. I'm in front of the window. I don't have a great view. If you look outside, all I have is a view of the next door neighbor across from me. And yes, so this is my kitchen. I'm not a big fan of this kitchen. One, it has no spatula for the frying pan. So I have a frying pan, but how am I gonna make eggs without a spatula? All I have are spoons and one fork and one butter knife. And you might be saying, Profe Kyle, you don't do your dishes? No, I usually do my dishes, but another thing that I don't like is that there's no dish soap. What am I supposed to wash my dishes with if there's no dish soap? So I have a sponge, but I'm looking, I don't see any dish soap. So yeah, I just rinse my dishes and then I use them again. So yeah, I haven't done any cooking here because I have no dish soap and there's no spatula. So little details like that that kind of make you say, why aren't those things here? I don't understand. It does have a blender as well. I don't really use a blender when I'm in Latin America. Yeah, it has some plates and some bowls. It has a toaster, but I don't really use a toaster when I'm in Latin America. Underneath here, there's a stool. And I don't know, there's nothing really there. I think these are called, actually I don't remember what these are called. These do have a name in English, but I'm not a sophisticated man, so I have no clue what they're called. Give me a second, I'm gonna turn my light. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, actually I could turn on the lights here too. Why not? It has a big counter. I was buying lots of water, and then I got tired of buying water every day. So, I just bought a big jug of water. I got some milk in the fridge. My stomach feels better, so now I'm drinking milk again. And there's some butter. Yeah. The place also has a microwave, but I haven't used it. On top of the microwave, some chicharron. Because you know I love chicharron. Let's keep on moving forward with this tour. The place has two stools. They're kind of squeaky stools. Can you hear that? Kind of squeaky. Alright, this is the living room. This couch isn't as dirty as the other place, but it doesn't seem clean either. I think it can turn into a bed, but I don't really want to sleep on it, but I do believe it does turn into a bed. So yeah, this is the couch. Yeah. Now, one thing I noticed with this place is that right now, today is June 10th, 2021. Lots of people are worried about COVID-19, of course. And, well, in Latin America, there's lots of people doing strange things in order to make it look like they're fighting the virus. So the thing with this place, because I work out sometimes when I'm at home, the floors, they felt like they were clean, but they were cleaned like with a thick soap or something, I don't know, and like they're almost sticky. And it wasn't like just one part was sticky and maybe it was some orange juice, no. The entire floor was sticky and it almost seemed like they mopped the floors with a super strong soap agent. I don't know if that's normal in Mexico or if that's because they think that the Mexicans who use the Airbnb are gonna think it's even cleaner because they used a really sticky soap to mop the floor. I don't know, so I didn't really like that. It made my feet feel dirty. I don't know why they cleaned with that. Yeah, there's a bookcase here. Not as many books as the other place. It has some books about Mexico. The books seemed kind of boring, so I never read any. Let's go into the bedroom where all the magic happens. So yeah, this is the bed. As you could probably guess, it's a very hard Latin American bed. Not very comfy, but again, I don't really care about comfort, but yes, I would say in general, the beds in Airbnbs, hotels, even houses in Canada are a lot softer than these Latin American beds. So it's a very hard bed. And the pillows are very thin. And you're probably wondering if any magic happened here. No magic happened here. So sad. Beside the bed, there's a fan. This fan is better than the other place. The place in Los Arcos. But it doesn't swivel. Which seems kind of strange. And the fan here is very important because I'm on the second floor and there's no air circulation. Even if I have all the windows open, there's no air circulation. So yeah, the apartment gets really stuffy, as we say in English, like stuffy with humidity and heat. I wake up in the morning and it feels just as hot as right now. So it's a good thing there's a fan here. Yeah, so this is the bed. There's a light beside the bed. There's a little tiny night table beside the bed. You see my earplugs. I needed my earplugs because, yeah, there's lots of apartments here and the neighbors can be noisy sometimes. Yeah, I'll give you a tour of outside in a little bit. But for now, let's keep on going with the tour. There's like a little, I don't even know what this is called. It's not a closet. I don't know what's called. Maybe a wardrobe? Yeah, I think we might call this a wardrobe in English. So I got my clothes in here. Let's see. My dirty clothes. Here we have like a little office. As you can see, I have a towel on the chair because this room gets hot and I don't like getting sweaty. I don't like feeling sweat. So I'm not gonna lie, when I'm working here, I just take off my clothes and work in my underwear. But yeah, I don't wanna feel the sweat on my legs, so I have a towel here to soak up my sweat. And yeah, so there's a desk here, but the thing that is frustrating is that they have this work area, but there are no plugins. There's no plugins for my computer in the work area. So what's the point of having a desk to work at if there's no place to plug in your computer? It makes no sense. So yeah, just details like that where you think, man, this landlady or landlord is greedy. Like these are really simple things. Buy some soap, buy a spatula, put the desk in a place that has a plug-in. Makes sense, right? Maybe it's not so obvious for other people. And the view from this window, the view is just of other apartments. No spectacular views here. Yeah. And the last thing I can show you of this apartment is the bathroom. Actually, the shower is nice. This, oh, what do we call this? I have no clue what we call that. I guess the shower rod is very, very weak. I'm not going to show you guys because I don't want to put it back up again, but it's really easy to pull it down. I learned that the hard way. But the electric shower is nice, has good pressure. Welcome to the shower. Has different settings, really warm, normal, warm. Well, actually, that's not really warm. That's really hot. Normal, warm, and really warm. So it has 3 different settings. Good pressure. I like it. I like it. It's good. Yeah. What else can I say? Yeah, it has a shelf for my things. So I got my deodorant. I got my beard oil. I have my hair product, my toothbrush, my toothpaste. There's a tiny window here. There's a toilet. And the other thing about this place is 1 garbage. So for all the garbage from the kitchen, I have 1 garbage. It's here in the bathroom. I have 1 garbage to use for the entire apartment. So another little thing that I don't understand why the landlord, owner can't do. Just buy another garbage for the kitchen so that the apartment seems a little bit more civilized. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, there is hand soap. Thank goodness. And yes, that is the apartment. You want to see outside the apartment? Okay, I'll take you on a tour outside the apartment. I'm going to shut off this light. No, that just turned it on. Let's go like that. Perfect. Okay, let's go outside. Oh, I want my keys. Just in case. I'll take you upstairs first. I'll lock my door. I don't think I need to lock my door, but just in case. So I think there's 3 floors on this place. I'm on the 2nd floor. This is the 3rd floor. This is the roof. You can see Zapopan Centro. I like the view. Obviously, there's certain things that aren't pretty. Over there, there's like a pack of dogs, and they like to bark a lot, which I don't like, but you know, it's Latin America. People like dogs that bark a lot. The neighbors have a whole bunch of garbage on their roof. I don't know why they don't clean it up. Seems like something easy to do, but again, Latin America, people are like that. I'm gonna show you guys quickly outside on the street, even though I don't like going outside on the street with a camera. But right there is a hospital, and yeah, over there is Zapopan Centro. And for some reason, fireworks go off during the day. Some students during an Instagram live told me that the fireworks are from Narcos. Well, not in Mexico, but they said in Peru and some other South American countries that fireworks in the middle of the day, that's usually a sign from narco gangs that drugs have arrived or something. So I don't know if that's true or not. So let's go down. I'll show you quickly the street. But as Colombians say, I don't like to give papaya. So going down, going down, going down. So anyways, this is the first floor. I'm going to the entrance. There seems to be lots of construction going on right now. There's construction going on in the place beside this. This is the entrance. So I have one key to get in the entrance and then another key to get into my apartment. So this is the street. The hospital is behind me right here. There's lots of doctors and nurses always on the street. Tamale place over there. A Michoacana place over there. A cafe over there. It's a pretty quiet neighborhood. The usual stuff you will find in Latin America. Yeah, I say Latin America because obviously this is Mexico. Mexico is obviously different than Argentina and Nicaragua and Colombia, but as a gringo, the basic Latin American city doesn't really change that much. And yes, so that is my apartment. Let's see if I can ask you some questions about the tour. I don't want to ask him out here because I feel a little bit strange about doing that. Let's go back inside my apartment. Perfect. So, that's my apartment. What did you think? Did you like it? Would you stay here? I don't think many gringos have stayed in this Airbnb before. This area isn't popular with gringos, even though there was one gringo staying upstairs for a few days, but there's construction. There was a gringo staying for a few days upstairs, but I think most people that stay in this Airbnb stay here because one of their relatives, one of their loved ones is at the hospital. So, questions for you guys. Oh, here's a good question for you. What were the things that I didn't like about this apartment? Yeah, that's a good question. What were the things I didn't like about this apartment? Write me your answer down below in the comments to prove to me that you were listening and to show me that you are leveling up your English. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Of course, if you like these videos, let me know and I'll keep on making videos, tours of my Airbnbs. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.